here I am a couple of seconds later. It's Tuesday, February 6th, 2023. This is the AM Ride to Work. If you watched the previous video, that's weird. Why are you watching these things? I was talking about friendships and like secret societies, really not in any depth whatsoever. Just weird shared culture things, and like culture used very loosely. Culture can be as few as 2 people up to 7 maybe or more. I won't get into it again unless I do, and then I will. It's the same things that I was talking about in the previous video, where people have words for things. That translates into work too. Like I've worked a couple different places, and sometimes it's industry standard, sometimes it's just your local bog where you have words for things that no one else in the world or in the industry has words for. Like you'll just name something because someone somewhere thought it looked like that. I'm not going to give any examples because I'm a jerk. It's really the only reason I could, and I won't. So there. Now, like in person, I will, but not in the video. Just because they're work-related words, and really should draw the line there. Like I think a few times in these videos I've crossed the line too far. Not very far at all, but farther than I would like to go. I'd like to keep. It's okay that you know that I'm employed. I implore you to know that I'm employed. The big side of my tongue is making it hard for me to talk. My secondary subscriber, I believe on both channels, I assume it's the same person. I really don't know. I know the second. I know who the second subscriber. Like the 2 subscribers I have on this channel, I know who they are. The 2 subscribers I have on the other channel, I know who one of them is. I suspect I know who the other one is, but you can't see that kind of information. I don't think. Like, I don't think there's any way to see who your subscribers are. You just know how many subscribers you have. When you have lots and lots of subscribers, you can start to get some demographics. Like, it'll tell you, like, depending on what you share, what you're willing to share with YouTube, it'll tell me, like, how many are from the United States, what the breakup is between male and female, stuff like that. That'll probably go away because modern times call for modern genders. But you can get that kind of stuff. I think you can even get demographics by city if you have enough. If you have enough subscribers, they'll say what cities are watching you. But when you have 2 subscribers, it's you get nothing. You get your analytics, which I haven't checked because I didn't upload the data that I said I was going to upload Saturday. I really didn't sit down in front of the computer and look at any of the analytics on the 2 channels. So I don't currently know what the most popular video is. It was for a while. It was day 2 no shampoo, which is literally just a few minutes of me emptying a dirty bucket of like water from a carpet shampooer. It's like, yes, high-end quality entertainment. We still haven't done the best of 2022. Obviously, everyone knows it's a foregone conclusion. It's going to be 1 minute of ducks, but I really have to make the time to put that video together. Like bust out all my editing skills. Teased before that I was going, like, and I did write this really goofy children's song, and I was thinking about it. It's actually very reminiscent of a song, and I didn't realize this until yesterday or maybe Friday at work. I was standing somewhere in the building, and for some reason, I guess I'd been talking about the song in the video here. I hadn't sung the song or anything like that. It's kind of a song. It sounds really goofy. It really need to have the video with it, which would be just like a cartoonish video, and there's things that happen while you sing the song. Very short, very goofy. But I remembered there's a song, the song from, I think it was Sesame Street, that was very similar, is My Brother's Mother Is My Mother Too. So the song that I wrote, I didn't realize it at the time. I realized it like a couple of days ago. It's extremely similar to that. The concept is similar, but it's different. It's a completely different thing. A slightly different tune. It's a different tune completely, but it reminds me a lot of that song, and I didn't think of that. Like, I'd written the song years ago, but it just occurred to me 2 days ago that it's similar to that song in concept. And I'm still not going to sing it for you. I have to get somebody who's good at doing this very, very basic video. Like, it can be done in stick figure format, but there has to be, there is an image that must go along with the song. Otherwise, it's very hard to follow. It's hard to follow for me. It might be very easy for you to follow. You have to have a technical understanding of what the word another means. Or, if you don't, if the video helps. So, I don't necessarily know that I like the riddle. Like, I thought it would be a good idea. I used to do a riddle night on Facebook. I used to throw riddles out there, and then people would ask me riddles. That was all good fun. This format, I don't... Excuse me. I don't know if I'm not doing it right, if I'm just not focused enough, or I just don't like the delayed gratification of giving the answer. And it might also be that I feel foolish screaming into the void. I mean, like, literally have 2 subscribers, neither of which have time in their busy days to be messing around with my foolishness. One feels mildly obligated. I think the other one just became a subscriber because they're a friend of mine, and they may feel as though this is supporting me in some way. In case that person has not watched the previous things, there was never any intention to create a YouTube channel. This is a weird anomaly. I know I'm pumping out 6 videos a day, but I am not looking for subscribers. I'm not looking for likes or shares or whatever that is that people want. I've explained in various videos, what is that? Why I'm doing this. I don't remember the reason. What the fuck are you doing in the middle of the street? God damn it! So, what's a good idea out in the sticks where there's very low lighting is to dress in all black and just kind of hang out in the middle of the street. You know, trying to decide whether or not you're crossing or whatever it is. You know, whatever it is you like to do when you live in the sticks where there are no street lights, just kind of throw on some all black, go out in the middle of the street, dance around, you know, make a day of it. Where was I? I guess that's the other thing. Keep smoking, stay out of school, be a loner, and absolutely, under all circumstances, if you're driving a vehicle, pay attention, because there are a bunch of nutbags out there trying to ruin your day. And slaughtering someone with your vehicle will ruin your day. I'm no authority. Do what you want. I've noticed, obviously this morning, I got plenty of rest yesterday, but even yesterday morning, I felt, even though I didn't get much sleep on the weekend, I kind of felt, I think I'm translating today's feelings into yesterday, because I don't think I was as on the ball yesterday as I was today. I was very hip, I was very with it, very conscious of what I was doing this morning in the kitchen. Like most mornings, I'll just forget stuff. Like, you know, when I'm packing my lunch, there's a bunch of stuff I like to bring. I don't necessarily eat everything that I throw into my lunchbox, but today I got 2 sandwiches, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then a roast beef and pepper jack cheese. I got an applesauce, I got an avocado, I got a kiwi. I didn't pack a salad. I was running low on time, but usually I'll throw some celery sticks, tomatoes, and either bell pepper or cucumber in a little container to snack on while I'm sitting at my desk. I got to grab the bowl for oatmeal. I keep oatmeal and Tabasco sauce at work. Keep the oatmeal in a jar, and I bring in my own utensils. They have plasticware there, but I've explained before that I really can't stand, like, it pains me, these mass-produced one-use plastic items that I just feel like are a cancer of the planet. And like I'm no better than anyone else. I use K-cups at work and things like that. I really should just bring in my own coffee pot. That's wasteful too, but I'm addicted to coffee. But I use like the stainless steel mesh. I don't use paper filters. I have paper filters, but I use them for everything but filtering coffee. That's here's an interesting little thing. If you ever have a problem with fruit flies, like if you keep fresh fruit in your kitchen, it's almost unavoidable to have a problem with fruit flies. Occasionally, especially in the summer. Very rarely happens in the middle of winter, but it does. So if you have a problem with fruit flies, one of the things you can do is you can take a coffee filter, and I think I won't call her out here, but a friend of mine from Facebook, well, she wasn't from Facebook, she was from D-Dial actually, taught me this trick. Is you take a glass, some kind of vessel, usually a glass, and you can either put red wine vinegar in there, actual red wine, and then like maybe a piece of fruit, but you don't even need it. You just need that red wine vinegar, red wine, even juice, and a tiny piece of fruit. Like if you have a banana, like that little piece that's left at the end, just throw that in the glass. You take your coffee filter, and you cut the smallest of holes. Like you turn it into a cone, fold it into a cone, whatever you want to do, and cut the smallest of holes. Like if you think it's too small, make it even smaller. Cut that hole and then unfurl it and see how big the hole is. You really want it to be tiny. You don't want it to be much bigger than the size of a fruit fly. Once you cut that hole, you put you make it back into a cone, you put it into the glass that you've put the liquid into, and you leave some headspace. If you're just using a regular rocks glass or anything like that, you'll have headspace. So you don't want the filter to touch the liquid is all I'm saying. And then you put it in, cone down, you drape the top of the filter over the outside, and you put a rubber band on it to hold it in place. That attracts the fruit flies. They get into the glass, and then they can fly around. They can't get out though, because I don't know what the reason is. They don't escape. They fly around. They obviously can't fly out that tiny hole, and I don't think they generally land on the filter because it's a weird angle. So they'll land on the inside of the glass. They'll land on whatever's in there, but they're not able to fly back out through that tiny little hole that you've made the cone in. I have tested this multiple times. It works awesome. It is absolutely fantastic. The biggest trick is making sure you size that hole at the bottom of the cone properly to let them in, but not big enough that they can fly out. And like I'm saying, you want that to be pretty darn tiny. I'm giving too many helpful tips. Like, you're getting at least one a day out of me. I gotta reel that in. The other thing coffee filters are good for, I learned this when I was living on my own the first time on Frankfurt Avenue, is when you run out of toilet paper, guess what coffee filters are good for? I don't know if I would suggest flushing them, but actually I do know I would suggest not flushing them, because I don't know that they're not designed to be toilet paper, which means they don't dissolve in milk. They don't dissolve in water as readily as toilet tissue is designed to do. There's a science behind toilet tissue. A buddy of mine has an invention ticking around in the back of his head, having to do with toilet tissue. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because that would just spoil it. Because someday when he corners the toilet tissue market with his specialty blend, I don't know, something. Yeah, if I tell you what his idea is, then he can't do that. He'll be sad. The smell test. It smells like fish and roses. It smells like coffee. In being inconsistent, it's very consistent. Like I said, yesterday may have been my fault because I was still on a ramen insanity high. I don't know. It doesn't smell as strong as it has. Disappointment, remorse. Some childlike adulation. Now it's pretty bland. this doesn't even taste as strong as the regular coffee. I swear, I don't know if it's psychological, but this stuff is different every day. Yeah, this is definitely like, it costs the same as the regular coffee, so like there's no you're not getting me. I don't know what the deal is. Why is it so inconsistent? Like, the first couple of days, like, it had that darker kind of, not necessarily burnt ashtray, but it had a roastier, I do see a similar taste profile. It's almost like this time they used less grounds. That's really what it is. It's weaker. Like, it tastes like, if it were to be considered a stronger version of the regular coffee, this seems like a watered down version of a stronger version of the regular coffee. Not. I know that sounds like I'm saying the same thing. I'm not. What I'm saying is explain it. The same thing, but more spread out. You know how when you're drinking scotch, and you're just drinking straight, neat scotch, and it's good because that's what scotch is. And then someone convinces you to put some water into your scotch to open it up. Well, those people are idiots. Stop doing that. You're not opening it up, you're watering it down. But it kind of like that. Kind of like that's kind of what I'm trying to drive at. Oh crap, I gotta switch to part 3. Have a wonderful day.